to number 99. Here we go. Number 99, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
So Ryan Fitzpatrick played from 2009, 2012 for the Bills. He was a quarterback. We get Fitzmagic and Fitztragic. He starts the game as magic and ends the game as tragic. That's just, his career. Love the guy. He is a Mafia legend. Ranks 5th in passing yards with the team with 11,654. Is 4th in TDs with 80 and completions with 1,041. His 3,832 yards in 2011 was the 5th best in team history at the time. So the dude was really, during that drought era, was one of the best that we had at quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Harvard guy. He's the guy that you would hate to have on your team if he was going to be the backup, because at some point you knew he was going to be starting.
Right. Yeah.
But God, you gotta love his grit.
I actually got some video clip real quick. I'll show everybody watches. So let's see a little Fitzmagic. I know that Mikey likes to call him Fitztragic, but these are Fitzmagic moments.
Jackson in the backfield, 1st and 10. There's a block by Stupon. Winding up, going deep, and caught. It's a touchdown. Johnson doubled and corkscrewing into the end zone. A 37-yard strike by the quarterback, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick is a gamer. It's what Lee Evans told us about him. He's just got a knack.
Season is on the other side of the field and not playing today, Joseph Adai. Fitzpatrick going deep. T.O. touchdown!
The legend. Legend.
Love Fitzpatrick. And I remember that T.O. play. Oh, dude, in the snow. There's nothing like those games, watching those games back, the snow games. And let me tell you, that's a tough throw. And he made those, like, for moments that he had that were bad, he made some unbelievable moments as well. So I love Fitzpatrick. I love his energy. But yeah, he was one of those quarterbacks where he was just gonna, throw. He kind of reminded me of a little bit, Mikey and Justice, Winston, a little bit. With he's a little chaotic at times, but he could throw 500 yards one game. The next game you throw. James Winston.
He's Brett Favre light.
He's very
Patrick.
He is too.
He's a gunslinger and does not care about throwing picks.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
I was first of all, Ryan Fitzpatrick is obviously one of my favorite quarterbacks. I'm only 27 years old, so Ryan Fitzpatrick may be the 2nd or 3rd, maybe 4th best quarterback I've ever seen in my lifetime in the Bills uniform. Right. So I have an appreciation for Ryan Fitzpatrick. It was always cool to be able to see a quarterback go out there and be able to go toe to toe with Tom Brady in New England. It was like, remember that season when we were good to start the season, and they were like, "Well, the Bills have a high-powered offense. It's like they're going to have to outscore New England." And that's exactly what they did, and they beat the Patriots that one year. Ryan Fitzpatrick was balling out of control. I love watching Ryan Fitzpatrick.
That was that Haley offense.
Yeah, I actually, Tommy, it's funny you said that, because I actually predicted that Jameis Winston would be the next Ryan Fitzpatrick in terms of journeyman who will get multiple opportunities to start.
Yeah.
But I have an appreciation for Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he's awesome. Like, you showed the clips, just like he brought so many exciting moments. There were it was
way
like,
more than that, but yeah,
it was like a marriage with Ryan Fitzpatrick. It was like the high moments were high, but the low moments were low. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But he definitely took some shots, and you win some, you lose some. I always say that he has Hall of Fame talent with not even making the team consistency. Because if he was able to keep consistency with his high level of play, he legit could have been a starter for like all of his years.
Oh yeah,
in football.
Yeah, and he got starter money. I mean, because he's a tricky player to evaluate, right? Like he is. Like you see it, but then you see the like he can't make that mistake. And That's just Fitzmagic. I think he would always. That's just the way he's going to play.
He is that 1B tier, the guy that you want as your backup in case your starter goes out for the year. You have someone who can
100%.
engineer your offense. He's not consistent enough to be an elite tier quarterback and be one of those guys. But he's that guy that you want second in command of. If something happens to your quarterback, your team isn't going to suffer.
He might be the best backup quarterback ever.
Yes.
100. He's up there. And I will say this too. Out of all, it's funny. Like Buffalo Bills fans, Bills Mafia, were really tough on quarterbacks, right? Like really tough. Like when a quarterback leaves, or like that guy sucked. He's the worst. Like Ryan Fitzpatrick may be the one guy that gets a pass. Like you really got a pass out of all the bad quarterbacks that came. And I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying like it didn't work out. He got a contract, so it's not like he didn't. And Bills Mafia really wasn't that tough on him. They really weren't. They always had love
why,
for
Tommy?
Fitzpatrick.
I'll tell you why. He never played it safe. And as a Bills fan, after years of the crap check down quarterbacks playing it safe, we got a gunslinger out there that always kept us in the game. He may throw the pick that lost it, but he's going to make it exciting down the stretch. He doesn't care. And you got to as a Bills fan, I always respected that from Fitzpatrick. So that's why I was fine with him. I love Fitz.
100%. Tough as they come too, man. Like that dude was just for a quarterback in that position. He's like that dude was not a quitter, man. Like he will just keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing it.
Having the blood leaking down his face, that's gonna live forever. And talk about how tough a guy is.
Dude. Yeah, man.
That shirtless picture in the playoffs.
The Deshaun Jackson one? Are you talking about with the
that one was funny too.
That one too. But no, the last year when we played New England and he was in the stands with his shirt off.
Oh, that will forever be a memory for Buffalo fans, Bills Mafia. That will never go away. That's stamped in. You know what I mean? Like that's like a tattoo.
That's already like as legendary as the Buffalo Bills going undefeated and they go to the Super Bowl. Like it's already up there with that one. Like that's gonna live forever.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right. Anything else on Fitzmagic, guys?
Yeah. So the chat's coming in. A lot of people are like top. Scott Blakington says he's his top 5 Bills quarterback in his eyes. Daniel Gari says great number 2, but if he's your starter, you need to draft a new QB. Love him. And he was a gunslinger. Too bad his arm wasn't.
Yeah. I agree with Hendog too. That year, I think Miami made a huge mistake.
By pulling him.
Yeah, big mistake because I thought they had a good little roll on, but it is what it is, man.
There's a reason why he's not coaching that team anymore. Stupid, which very could have easily been McDermott the year that Tyrod got yanked for Peterman. And McDermott realized he made the mistake and put Tyrod right back in and never went back to Peterman that year.
I mean, Peterman threw like 8 interceptions. So, I mean, he didn't have much choice.
But did Tua do it any better when he went in?
He didn't throw 8 interceptions in a row. Like,
dude, I was so upset, Justice, at McDermott when I don't know about you guys, but when I remember that season and I remember him pulling Tyrod, and I was like, this is our coach, man. Like, what is he doing? Like, are you got to be kidding me?
I'm a Tyrod apologist. People legit argue with me because I think people give Tyrod too much flack. I was fine with them bitching Tyrod. I'm going to be honest. At the time, I was fine with it
because he wasn't throwing it deep at that time. He was checking everything down.
And I mean, I understand he was devoid of weapons at the time, but I was fine with it. And when Peterman came in and did what he did, I was like, Tyrod again.
Yeah.
I wasn't fine.
But you know what? McDermott earned a lot of respect in that locker room by owning up to his mistake, and he said it. He owned it. It was about accountability, right? The coaches preaching accountability, and he takes that.
Yeah, but for as much as he understood how bad he was, he still started him the next season.
I heard he was a practice warrior though. So like
I heard that he preseason MVP.
Well. Yeah. He was great. Yeah, he looked great in practice.
You get him in the real live fire, and the dude just couldn't do it.
Yeah, when all the talk about him initially came out, I was like, all right, let me look at this guy in college. So I kind of look, and I saw this little film he did about him doing trick shots with the football. I'm like, oh my God, this guy could throw, 60-yard pass to a garbage can. Like, this guy's going to be unbelievable. And it throws like 5 interceptions. I'm like, this guy's terrible. So, like, yeah, bro, like, stick to your trick shots, man. Like, what you do best, like, football is not, quarterback's not for you, bro.
I'll tell you, hen dog, no Uncle Rico. I am not a Kyle Orton guy. I
didn't mind. See, that's me and Mikey disagree on that. I didn't mind.
I am not a Kyle Orton guy.
I thought,
hated that guy.
I didn't hate him at all. I thought Kyle Orton gave us a little spark.
I like Kyle Orton.
I didn't mind him at all. I thought he.
I think if Kyle and Doug Marrone would have stayed one more year, we would have made the playoffs the next year.
I thought he played very well. I'll be honest with you. For the limited amount of time that he came in, he did way better than EJ. I mean, night and day. It really was. And EJ, I felt bad for EJ because he came on a team. I feel bad for every quarterback comes on a bad team, but when you don't have leadership as a coach and GM, you're in a tough spot, man. And EJ had no chance. He just didn't.